If you see this pattern spreading across your Monstera leaves, stop watering immediately. Not because watering caused the problem, but because adding more water before you understand the problem can make the imbalance worse. Tiny raised spots, blister-like patches, corky brown marks appearing across otherwise healthy tissue. It can look like disease. But sometimes, the real conflict is happening underground, and your leaf is only showing you the aftermath. This pattern can be associated with edema, a condition that happens when the plant takes up water faster than the leaves can release it. Think of your Monstera as a hydraulic network. Roots pull water from the soil. Xylem carries it upward. The leaves release water through transpiration. Under normal conditions, the system stays balanced. Water enters, water moves, water leaves, but change the environment. And that balance can break. The soil may remain wet for too long. The light may be too weak. The air may be stagnant. Humidity may remain extremely high. Temperatures may slow the plant's normal activity. Now the roots can continue supplying water while the leaves struggle to release it quickly enough. Internal pressure rises inside delicate tissues. Some cells become damaged, and eventually the damage becomes visible. Tiny lesions, raised spots, corky patches. The important part is this. The leaf is showing you the symptom. The cause may be somewhere else. And this is where the watering mistake begins. You see an unhealthy leaf. You assume the plant is thirsty, so you water. But if the root zone is already saturated, you have just added more water to a system that may already be struggling to process it. And there is another side to this. A damaged leaf does not automatically mean the plant was overwatered. The same uptake-transpiration mismatch can happen when the plant is simply losing water too slowly. Low light, high humidity, poor airflow, cool conditions. Any combination of these can change the equation. So don't ask only, how much water did I give it? Ask, how quickly is this plant actually using and releasing that water? Imagine two Monsteras. Same species, same pot size, same amount of water. One sits beside a bright window with gentle air movement. The other sits in a dim corner surrounded by humid, motionless air. They receive the same water, but they do not experience the same environment. The first plant may process that moisture normally. The second may hold on to it much longer. Now imagine adding even more water to the second plant. The problem isn't solved. The system becomes more imbalanced. That is why calendar-based watering can be so deceptive. It's been 7 days. That tells you almost nothing. The plant doesn't know what day it is. It responds to light, temperature, humidity, root zone moisture, air movement, and the amount of water its leaves can actually release. So before you reach for the watering can, read the system. First, check the root zone. Don't judge moisture from the surface alone. Check deeper into the pot and determine whether the mix is still substantially wet. Then check drainage. Is excess water escaping freely? Is the pot sitting in collected water? Does the growing medium remain saturated for unusually long periods? Next, look upward. How much useful light is reaching the leaves? Is air moving gently around the plant? Has humidity stayed extremely high? Has the room become unusually cool? These details matter because watering is only one part of the hydraulic equation. The goal is not to control the plant with constant intervention. The goal is to manage the environment around its roots and leaves. If the root zone is already wet, allow it to move toward an appropriate moisture level before watering again. If drainage is poor, correct the drainage problem. If the plant is sitting in extremely low light and stagnant air, address those conditions too. Then return to observation. Do not try to repair every damaged spot. The damaged tissue may not reverse. What matters is whether new growth continues to develop normally and whether the pattern stops progressing. That is the real test. Think like an ecosystem manager, not a chemical controller, not someone constantly searching for the next treatment. Your job is to create conditions where the plant's own systems can function properly. Roots need moisture, but they also need oxygen. Leaves need water, but they also need to release it. And the entire plant depends on those two sides staying coordinated. Once you understand that, a strange spot on a leaf stops being a mystery. It becomes a signal. So the next time you see that strange pattern on your Monstera, don't immediately ask, "What should I spray?" Don't even ask, "How much fertilizer should I add?" Start with the system. Is the root zone too wet? Is the environment slowing transpiration? Is the plant receiving enough light? Is air actually moving around those leaves? Because sometimes the most important thing your Monstera is telling you is not that it needs more from you. It's that you need to intervene less. Have you ever seen these spots on your Monstera and assumed they were caused by overwatering? Because there is another warning sign that can appear while the roots still look completely healthy. And that one is much easier to miss.